Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, can you believe it is another season? Hi, Katie.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hopefully, you guys can hear us and everything. So this season's going to be our first kickoff back, being back live on stage. Um, and we are so excited to bring it back to you. We also not only are going to be live on stage, but we're going to still have video rounds. And we're also going to have a really interesting video rounds for this year. So we really can't wait to explain that explain that more to you. I'm Josh Baron, the National Director of the Karaoke World Championships. This is Katie Baron, the National Producer. Let's show that. Oh, look at that. Hey, woo. And that, what? Oh my gosh. So, and we're here to welcome you guys and explain more about it. We've had a great response. We already have a bunch of state directors or state talent coordinators in, and we have a lot of people hitting us up about how to audition. They're asking about the website, how they get in there. We also have venues who are already signing up. We already have 2 live venues that are going to be having qualifiers at trial runs.
Talent trials this year.
And we have a brand new board, and they're amazing, amazing. And this year we are running, but it's like it is quick. So this year we actually have to be finished by July because the World Finals are in Ness. Oh yeah, Ness, Norway. Look at that. Look at let's get rid of that. There we go. Ness, Norway, 2022.
Oslo. That one.
Yes.
One of the
There's a couple
multiple.
different ones. Couple different ones. Hold on, I'm just gonna make sure everything's okay right here. Let me give you that microphone really quick. Hold on.
All right, and make sure everything's working on the technical front. But yeah, we'll be in Norway this year for our World Finals, and it's the first live World Finals we've had in 2 years. So it's very exciting to be able to all come back together again. But first, to get there, we have to go to National Finals, which is also going to be live in Las Vegas this year for the 2022 National Finals. So as a producer, I'm very excited about that. We found a fantastic stage that we're going to be holding it on, and you'll be seeing a little bit about that. They'll be talking about that in a little bit. But we, every year we like to keep it a little fresh, throw in some new things. So the video rounds are still provided, but every year they're a little bit different. So they'll go over all of those things, and and of course our criteria. We keep the same criteria, keep that set and the same for everybody, since many of you have gotten to know and love it, and some of you will get to know it as they discuss the different criteria. But it gives everyone an equal playing field through the season all year long. And I'm really excited to see what the blend of the live stage trials and our video rounds brings as far as our national finalists this year.
Yep.
And that's my part. I just wanted to say hello to everybody, welcome you to the season. I'm so excited to be kicking it off with our fantastic state talent coordinators. We are now up to, I believe, 4 locked in, with many, many in talk. So it's going to be a very exciting year. And I'm going to hand it over to Josh, and he's going to be bringing in some of our fantastic supporters and board members and players on the organizational front, and let you know how the rest of the season is going to play out. So welcome, everybody, and I look forward to seeing how it all plays out for everyone.
Yep. Thanks, Katie.
You're welcome.
Yes, and also, by the way, I want to thank the people at iRig. They're one of our past sponsors, and I'm using the microphone because I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity to use one of their microphones. It's fantastic. If you sing at home or in a singing app, these are great. Get an iRig mic because you can plug them right into your phone, and then you can plug some headphones in so you can hear the music. And it's a condenser mic, so you get really nice quality sound from it. Today, we actually are going to bring 2 people in also who are experts in helping us out throughout the Karaoke World Championships throughout this year. One of the people we're bringing out is Bill Clark. He's our membership coordinator, the mentorship coordinator. I can't talk today. And he's going to be helping out so you guys can get your notes and get you in touch of the right people who to talk to get that, to improve yourself and possibly win a world championship. And the other person we have coming with us is Miranda Longaker, who is not only a world finalist from 2020 and went through the whole video rounds and everything and did amazing, made to the final round of the KWC World Finals, but she's also the chairman of the jury. We're going to actually bring her on in just a little bit to talk about how scoring works and how we break it down and what the judges are looking for and how the judges are also going to be what they're looking for when they are judging. So, like Katie was talking about earlier, we have a new venue for this year. We used to be at the South Point, and this year we really want to give you something that was a little bit different of an experience. Take you where you can go to any hotel and stay, and give you something that was uh, an amazing experience, amazing stage. And so, what we found was on July 17th through 19th, we're going to be at the Clark County Theater. And it is a state of the art theater. Look at that stage that you're going to be on. State of the art theater with lights, amazing sound system. It's going to be running July 17th to the 19th. The 17th will be the day where you are checking in and doing a meet and greet and meeting everyone. But also at that same time this year, we're going to have round one going during meet and greet, but it's going to be a video round. So every single person, whether or not you tried out at a venue or you tried out through videos, we're going to have a video round for round one. Look at that theater. It is amazing. The other thing that the theater provides is dressing rooms, a makeup room. There are two amazing dressing rooms and two amazing hair and makeup rooms. There are lockers, there are stalls, there are showers. You're going to get like that Broadway experience when you're here utilizing that space. There's a great green room. There's a separate entrance for all the performers. It is seriously amazing. So we are really, really, really excited about that. And this year, like I said, we're going to be having live competitions at different venues throughout the U.S. And also, we are going to have the video rounds as well. So we've been getting a lot of people asking about about live rounds and video rounds already. First, I want to talk about this. If you know someone in your state, if you're watching this and you're like, you know what? Do we have this in our state? We are looking for talent coordinators in our state. This is from our website, the KWCUSA.org site. If you go there, you can sign up as a talent coordinator for your state and help us find venues and hold your own competition within your own state. Your top singers from that state will then come to the national finals on July 17th through 19th and compete here to become the next world champ. If you're a singer and you go to KWC.org, KWCUSA.org, you're going to go here to become a competitor in the season. And you see that little click here button. I'm showing you guys this because this is actually exactly off the website. So you'll know what to click on. When you click on here, it will actually take you to the signups, and you can choose if you're going to be doing it at a venue or you're going to be choosing it in a video round. Right now, we have two venues signed up. One is in Washington at Whiskey Mile, and the other one is in Alaska. We have a Team Alaska. So it is amazing. We're really excited to have them aboard. We have our state directors joining us, and these are actually our state talent coordinators currently. Is Alaska, Bill Little from Alaska, Garvando Hamilton from Washington State, and Teresa Jacobs at Nevada. We have more coming on, but these are three who are they're off and running and going to the races. And last but not least, when you're trying to sign up a venue or you know of a venue in your area that might want to hold a qualifier trial event, you send them to the KWCUSA.org website, have them click there, and they can sign up. And then we can have qualifiers there. So how that's going to work this year is like in the past. If you're in an area that has trials, has audition trials, you're going to go to your local venue. That's going to be over a 4 or 5 week period. They're going to be holding qualifiers and auditions. And then each night they're going to take the top singers and send them to the venue finals at the end. From there, if you have a big state and there's a state finals, those top singers are going to go to finals. And some smaller states, they might only have 2 or 3 venues because they are smaller. They'll actually be sending the top singers to nationals. And it is going to be judged on our regular rubrics, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. And I would also, before we move on, I'm going to bring up Bill in just a second. I want to talk about membership. So this year we still have membership. It is $20 to be a member. And one of the things what membership unlocks is the extra stuff that you need to help build yourself. We are not having a training program, but we do have mentors who are available to help you. And all the answers to get better are actually in your scoring and in your notes. And that membership is going to help you get your notes and get the scores so you can see how to better yourself and maybe make different decisions about what you're going to do. But and then get better and progress and possibly become a world champ. And with that, I'm going to bring up Bill, who is actually going to be heading up the mentorship program. Here he is.
What up,
Bill?
Good evening, everybody.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, likewise. Haven't seen you in person in a while.
Right?
Or anyone
let's do
for
that
matter.
Look at that.
Oh, boy. I get a different title every year. All right.
I'm going to move you over there, though. There we go. Yeah. That makes more sense now.
Cool.
So Bill not only has been helping with the mentorship coordination, but also in the video rounds and how we're going to be doing that. Him and Thomas and Ian have all gotten together and sort of brainstormed a whole new way we're going to do videos this year. And I'm going to just start off saying that there are only going to be 3 rounds of videos. Because National Finals is in July, we have to do this quick. And we want to make sure that we get the best singers, but there is going to be a video finals. So each of the top singers from each one of those rounds is actually going to go into a video finals a month before the national finals. And you know what? I'm going to let Bill take it from here because he is one of the brainchilds of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. Thomas and Ian, I speak on behalf of them as well. The 3 of us came up with a plan this year. We collectively brainstormed and bounced ideas off each other of how things were going to work and what was feasible from our side and from the contestant side. And my biggest drawback from my team in the past and what I've heard from many contestants is just the amount of commitment that it takes. And so what I wanted to do with the mentorship program that I started last year was a slight transition, and somewhat of the completion this year is the removal of the formal teaching program. We are ultimately a karaoke contest, and we want to present the best entertainer and vocalist that we can for our country. And if we are having some people that don't have the time or the energy or the resources to do all of these requirements, we're missing out on that potential. So the basic idea was, how do we come up with a program that's catered to everybody? And the way that we did that is, you may now put in your video and be done. If that's how you want to do it, if you're one of those people, it'd be like, I don't need any help. I think that this video is fantastic. Score me on this. See you next month, or when's the next round? Awesome. For those fledgling ones that still need that coddling and still need that help and that assistance, and maybe a better understanding of where their scores need to be improved and how to obtain that, we have offered a program this year that is going to be an advantage to both. I am in the process of putting together a team of people that are specialists in the areas of vocal technique, stage presentation, just every facet of entertaining. And so the people that do want that help are going to have those resources available to them. Whereas the people that don't need it or don't have the time for it simply can opt out, put in your video. We'd love to have you.
Yep. And so the other thing is to get that mentorship, you actually have to be a member. So if you want that second chance, what I love about this whole program is that you actually have what?
I said we didn't even get to that part yet.
I know, I wanted to talk about that.
Carry on.
So part of the video round this year is with our mentorship team and our team and coordinators got together and came up with this really cool thing. Is so when you're doing the video, like Bill said, you could just do one and just go with that one, and then when you go down to the finals, do another one. You don't need mentorship. But this year, if you get your videos in, the audition videos early in the round, and you're a mentor, you have a chance to get your scores halfway through this round. And then you can choose to stick with the song and just go with the scores the way they are, because you'll also get your notes. Or you can either redo that song and try to make it better using those notes and using the mentorship you're going to get. We have Trevor, who's going to break down all the judges' notes and to help you move on. And then also you can change the song. You don't have to do the same song. So then you can just, if you're like, oh, you know what? None of the judges liked it. I didn't score well. I got a 4 pretty much across the board. You can actually change that and then submit it before that last day, which the last day of this round is March 6th. We're running videos February 6th to March 6th right now. And so with the stick and twist, it's a little bit different. However, if you're not a member, you just go on and you just have the one video. You don't get your scores early. There are some benefits of having that. The membership's only a $20. You only pay $20 once, and you can actually utilize it throughout the whole competition to get better. So, and especially if you're in the video rounds too, you actually can get the scores even in that final round and get the notes, so you can switch that. If you're even at a live audition and one of the live trials, you can also get your notes back as well and have access to those mentors as long as you're a member. So it's really cool. With videos, I'm really excited because it gives us, we're keeping sort of the same structure as in the past, but you don't have to do 2 videos right away. We're trying to ease up the pressure on you as the singer, because we all have busy lives and we're all getting back to some type of normalcy. Yeah.
Pretty much on that. So yeah, like Josh was saying, the basic concept of this and the advantages of this, of the idea that Thomas and Ian and I tried to put forth this year is you have the luxury of getting real-time information in a current round. Therefore, you can submit a song, get your scores on it. If you feel that score is good enough to get you to the position that you want, that you feel, then the score is high enough that your placement will be where you want, that's great. Leave that score as is. If you feel that you need some mentoring, or maybe even, like Josh said, completely submit a different song, you have that luxury of being able to do so. Whereas somebody else that's not part of the membership of KWC is not going to have that advantage. They're going to be putting in one song. We purposely made 3 periods so you have a month. It's not an immediate thing. If you are smart and you get your song in early, if you don't get the feedback that you want in regards to your reflective score, then you make that decision. Okay, am I going to stick with this one? Am I not going to? How do I go about making that decision? Here's some resources available to you. Or if you scored very, very high, you know the judges loved it, you're off for the next 3 weeks. Figure out how you did when the show airs. Pretty simple.
Exactly. And the other thing is in the video rounds, because we did it with a question about that came up. Is there an entry fee? Yeah, it's a $20 entry fee, but it's no matter if you're in videos or if you're in a live setting, it's going to be $20 straight across the board. But what's cool about videos this year is that the top singer out of our video finals is actually going to win the trip to Las Vegas to stay at the hotel, get airfare. If you're in Vegas, and you're in the Nevada area, we'll find something else that's comparable or give you airfare vouchers and everything. So there's that too. And also the other question was, can I enter live and videos for chances to win? Yes, you can. However, if you're the champion in videos, you can't be the champion in the state. So you have to choose at a certain point. You're going to have to choose which one you're representing. So, and then Thomas, actually one of our board members and who helped create this, Thomas says he likes that that you get to see your scores and notes and still fix it or redo it or even just do a new song. More options. The other thing, and what Thomas is also saying, is that when we get to the round, so we're going to show all the videos at the end of the round about a week later, and we're going to air it. If you did do 2 songs or if you did do the same song twice, we're actually going to show, you're going to get more airtime than the rest of the people. We're going to show you how you grew. We are not going to show the full first video, but we're going to show the best parts of it and show then the progression to that next video. And always good to get more stage time than everybody else. So take advantage of things like that. It's pretty amazing. So a lot of people also are wondering, what is this scored on? This is not like a ma and pa type of karaoke competition. It's not based on claps. It's not based on people voting for you. It's not people like, ooh, you have a nice sweater on, I'm just gonna let you move on. Or how many people you bring into a venue. This is a true karaoke and performance, singing and performance competition. And we're gonna bring on someone who's going to talk about how we judge that. And she knows firsthand because she also went to Worlds in 2020. And last year, she also had the joy of being part of our jury. So I'm going to bring her on right now, Miranda Longaker. Hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Nice.
Let's move you over here, and I'm going to swap you and put Bill and I over here. Oop, that didn't work.
Nope.
There we go. There we go.
Nope. I got green screen.
Hey.
Nice.
Hi, Miranda.
Well, thanks so much for having me on. I'm really excited to be spearheading our group of judges this year. Exciting stuff.
Yeah. So last year you got to be part of the jury. So now you've been a contestant and you've gotten to be part of the jury. You also were a contestant in 2020 that you started off trying out live. And then,
yes, once.
and then everything shut down. And everything switched over to video. And lo and behold, here you are. You went to Worlds that year, and you'd never been part of this before. So just because you haven't been part of KWC doesn't mean you can't win it the first year or move on to Worlds your first year. Miranda's a great story of that. We have many stories like that within the Karaoke World Championships. What was your experience like before we go on to scoring? I just wanted really quick though.
Gosh, I mean, it's been so fun. Like I think the first experience I had of the KWC was a pretty weird one. I showed up to a live, it was the Seattle Home Show. So it was a live event in a car where we were singing karaoke in a car. So instead of performing to like an audience or a stage, we were like belting for our lives in this like Seahawk painted truck. So that was really fun. I think I was there with a group of my friends and we'd all been going out to karaoke together. And so it was just really fun. And it's where I got to meet a bunch of folks. I got to meet you. I got to meet Garvando. I got to meet Kareen. I already knew the wonderful and amazing Chris Hoffman. And then I got to see like this diverse panel of judges. And I was very starstruck in that moment. So I had a great time with that. And then it went all videos. So like right after that, it was pandemic life. And that was very game changing. And I think that's why we are moving into this new format where there is a video component in addition to some live performances.
Yeah, actually in the past, we actually had video rounds, but it was a very, very few people actually did videos before that. But actually Michael White, who won in 2019, and moved on to and was 5th in the world. He actually did videos. That's how he got in 2018. and then won a free pass into 2019 because he was in the top 5. So it's pretty amazing. And the nice thing is what about the pandemic is it really got us to flush out how to do videos better, how to teach also the singers to get better. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's a big undertaking. And not only are we teaching the singers, but we're also teaching the jury and coaching the jury as well as they go, not during a round, but beforehand, because their opinion's their opinion. But that's what you're staked with this year, which is also a giant challenge. How are you gonna face that, and what are you gonna bring to the table as a champ and also as a former jury member?
Oh, that's a great question. I actually think a lot of it comes down to what are the judges really looking for, and what should the judges be looking for? And what's awesome about the way the USA team approaches things is that we use the exact same rubric that exists for Worlds. So we are ultimately training even from square one in what the judges are looking for, and that's what's going to score you the best points. And this is a rubric that is not hidden. It's on the KWC website and it is referred to often. And that's really the answer. What are the judges looking for? It's in the rubric.
I'm actually going to show what that rubric is.
Yes, please. Yes,
Let's show
please.
what these criteria is. And I keep this thing on my computer at all times. I'm also going to get rid of that lower banner so people can read this a little bit better. But and that's Michael White, by the way, our 2019 5th in the world US champ right there. But the things that we are judging on is a voice. And if you see, there's many different things that it gets broken down into with the quality of voice, mastery of voice, range, dynamics, timbre, technique with the skill, and how much you're using like spoken word or your falsetto or your head voice, your timing, your breathing, your pitch and diction, artistry, which is your expressiveness, your musicality, lyrical ability, individuality and song choice, and stage presence, which is your confidence. A lot of people think you have to do cartwheels. No, it has to be about you being confident and using that stage in a smart way that conveys that message. And costuming and appearance, charisma, and audience appeal. And as you see, there's a lot more that's in there as well. You can actually go to the KWC USA website and look at that more, but we're also going to talk about that a little bit more as well. So Miranda, if I'm going and I'm trying out, how many points can I get as a singer?
The maximum number of points you can get is 10 per category. So each of those main 4 categories of stage presence, artistry, technique, and voice get 10. Those are exceptional, so they're very few and far between. But it's anywhere between that. And then each subcategory, so there are 5 subcategories per main category, and that's how we look at things. Yeah.
Cool. Now, one of the things that also happens during judging is that the judges, we do it all electronic. So they're actually judging as they watch. And no matter if they're doing videos or they're in a live setting. And so they're judging you on all these different things, and all the little tiny things are within each one of them. And they're doing it by decimal points. They are serious about it. They're trying to find a world champ just like we are. Like we're all on the same team looking for that next US champ and world champ. But one of the things that's more valuable, in my opinion, than just numbers and scores is the notes that you're going to get.
Absolutely.
And those notes are worth its weight in gold, as well as the scores. And you put those together and you have your own training. You don't need to have, we usually have a training program. We sort of got rid of that because we're like, the proof's in the pudding. It's in that rubrics. Like we don't need to keep giving away all this training, because we also want you to be able to find that vocal coach that's maybe in your area, or maybe one of our vocal coaches. We have a lot of people, but the thing that we are offering is that mentorship, and the mentors and also our jury members are going to be there to help you get better and take those notes and decipher the notes and the scores. Because some people aren't going to understand why they got a 24, like out of 40. So
And actually, that's a pretty good score. 24 is pretty decent.
Exactly. Exactly. And obviously you all want to be perfect, but if you're getting a 5, so it is based on a 0 to 10 scale. I should say a 0.0001 scale, because you can't get a 0. There's no zeros in our competition. But we do use decimal points. But a 5 means that you're good for karaoke. Like, you're a good karaoke singer. It's not a bad thing when you get a 5. But a 10 is really hard to get, and that's where Miranda's role. She's going to have to keep pushing those jury members, like, remember, like, this is what the 10 is. And the 10 for me, when I used to judge and when I started out this competition, is that 10 means that you shouldn't be in front of us right now. You're like the superstar status. Like, why are you not touring? Why are you not on stage already? Why are you not on Broadway? So it's pretty awesome how that breakdown, and I love the science behind it. I know that's one of the things that Ian, who's in here right now, in fact, he wanted to say he loves your purple backdrop, Bill Clark, but he's helped us flesh this all out. And last year he was the chairman of the jury, and this year he's the jury coordinator. There's so much that goes into it, but the nice thing is that science is there, sort of like any sport, like baseball, football. You can take the analytics and give it to a player and see how they're going to grow as a performer.
Nice.
Yep.
So I actually want to point something out, because I think this is really worth talking about while we have everybody captive. So this rubric was really designed for in-person videos, or not videos. It was designed for, like, how do you work a stage? So if you are submitting a video, I want you to think of the picture as your stage, and how are you going to bring that to life? So when it says stage presence or how you own a stage, it's actually how are you working the camera? So little things like, how do you line up your shot? And is the lighting any good? Or can I see your face? That's kind of what we're looking for in that final stage presence category. So you want to think that through, and that can be a place where you can earn additional points.
Yeah, completely. One of the things, though, I want to tell you guys, because some people, that could scare some people away.
Oh.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. Because when you're making videos, if they haven't been making videos over the last 2 years, and I know most of the singers who were karaoke singers, by the time last year ended, I kept watching them on all the quarantine karaoke pages and Smule and all the different apps, and everyone's getting it down. I just want to stress that while the composition of the video is really important, and the way you work that video, like you were saying, if you don't have the means, if you have to do it in your bathroom and you just have a shower curtain, that's fine. Don't be discouraged. Like, do your best and sing and work that camera. Just remember to smile and convey emotions and emote still, because that's your audience. So you have to, like, really play up that camera, and it's sort of like the little secret behind it all. And I always can tell from the beginning of a season to the end, because the people who don't know video, by the end usually get it. And if you actually go back and watch the world videos last year, not even just our videos, you'll see this huge difference of all the people around the world. But when our judges came to score it, they were number one looking for that next world champ. So they're like, you know what, maybe this person didn't have all the technology in the world to make it perfect, or have a soundboard, or they were judging them on whatever was coming through. So it was really cool. This year we are actually also going to take a step away from making sure, now by the national finals and by the video finals, we're going to want all your videos to be horizontal or landscape as possible. However, if you're using TikTok, you're using Smule, you like to do it in a portrait style vertical mode because that's what you like or that's what you're used to, go ahead and submit it. It's fine. it's fine. We're not going to judge you on the difference between horizontal or vertical. We're not going to disqualify you. The only things that in videos that can get you disqualified is if you are using pitch control. So if you're in Smule or you're in one of the singing apps and it has a pitch control and you don't knock that off, you can only use a little bit of effects. And that's like reverb, echo, that's it. And a little bit. Don't use too much because it will affect your scores. But if we find that you're using pitch control, we'll actually either disqualify you or ask you for another take of the video. But the cool thing is like things like TikTok, it's, you know, there, you don't have to worry about all those they have a lot of different add-ins, but there's no lip syncing. If we catch you lip syncing, you're going to be told you're disqualified. But you can also record at your karaoke venue, your favorite venue. They might not be having qualifiers, but you can go there and record. The one thing is, again, it's another thing that could get you disqualified, is that you're the only one who can be in that video, because you're signing a release form and we're actually putting a show online. So because they didn't sign a release form, we need to make sure that everyone on there knows that they're going to be in a broadcast. And it actually helps us, it helps you. And also, you don't want people distracting our judges as they're judging. So that is a very important thing to know. There's so many things out there that'll help you, and you're going to see more Q&As with us. They'll help you in the video rounds and even at karaoke, different soundboards and things like that if you're really serious about it. But you can also go to the KWC USA YouTube page, and we actually have that on there from the last 2 years. There's a great video that Corrine put together from a few years past about how to use Smule and how to use that singing app. It's actually on our KWCUSA.org page as well. You really need to use the resources that we've already built, and we're going to continue to build for you. So, look, we have all of our judge coordinators and co-coordinators talking in the background. And Thomas gives you a good point. Limit distractions. Don't worry about too much about your backdrop. Voice and performance is what matters. I always say find a really good spot where there's not, like you said, no distractions, but also that might have really good acoustics, and really try to limit those effects. Really. In fact, Thomas said reverb is so distracting. Nice and light if needed. And Thomas knows because he helps find the jury. So, and has been part of this and actually was on stage. I'm going to bring us back into this mode. Ooh, now I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on. I have to move over here. Move over here. So, Bill.
What?
So once people are going to get those videos or do their videos and they're a member and they need to get their notes back or their live venue, they're going to actually be hitting you up. And we hand them right back to you, and he's going to go to Trevor or one of our other mentors who also is trying to break down all those scores and get them together and the notes and try to really give you something that's more concise and sort of take out some of the extra stuff that ends up being in there, and so we can make you better. Bill, how hard is it to find the mentors who you're sending them to?
How hard is it for them to find, or me?
You.
Me? I lost half my team this year, so it's going to be more difficult. Team Washington is going to be very strong. I am fortunately, I've been in this industry for a very, very long time, as well as part of the competitive singing, not as long, but I've made some good contacts along the way. And I'm confident that I will find the right people that will be utilized in their particular area of expertise. I'm calling on friends, basically.
Yeah. And a lot of these people, some of them are past champs, some are opera singers, some are vocal coaches, some of them do other types of performance. A lot of them have actually been part of KWC for years, so they really understand that rubrics as well, and also know other champs and have helped other champs win along the way.
I am very, very picky with who I work with, as you know, and I will endorse them personally, or they would not be part of my team. So I hope that I've maintained the respect and integrity of the program in the 5 years now that I've been affiliated. I've been to Worlds twice and have worked with some of the best. So
Awesome.
I'm hoping to continue that.
Awesome. This is going to be a phenomenal year, especially with your guys' support and our board and everything we've been building. This season's already moving so quick. Like, I'm trying to play catch up constantly. Everyone's so excited, from our state talent coordinators to our board members, getting the new video, getting new venues. It's a lot of work, but it's so worth it. And we really want to win the gold. I mean, that's our whole goal here, is to find that next world champ. But at the same time, is when you get to Worlds as a singer, you also have to understand that getting to Worlds is really the battle. I always feel like when you get to Worlds, it's anyone's game. You're real. If you've won the US or you're going to Worlds, you've won. You've won. Just let everything else take care of itself when it gets to Worlds, and really enjoy your experience. Get to know these people from around the world. We have a giant family that we've made throughout the years. And the karaoke community is way bigger than just in your city or in your state or in the country. And you meet everyone, people who are influencers in karaoke and are manufacturers and work within the businesses, to the other karaoke hosts, and to people who just started singing after 40 years, who just got back and started doing it and like, oh, I'm going to do it. So, I would like advice from one of you. So, Miranda, I'm going to go to you first. What is the one key thing in the rubrics that you think that people should really focus on, other than video, other than worrying about their video?
I mean, this is not straight from the rubric, but this is what I always start with is, are you singing in time? And are you singing the notes? I always start there at the basics because, yeah, it's cool to craft a performance. I really want to see you. I want to see all of those things. I want everything. But at the very first level, I just want you to sing well. And that starts with singing in time and singing in tune.
Bill.
What do you think my immediate response to that would be?
I don't know.
I don't play by your rules. For me, I think the biggest thing that anybody that's ever met me can attest to, connection to the song you choose. Biggest thing. I'm way more lenient towards falling a little bit flat or, falling behind on a phrase. You pick a song that sounds like you're trying to mimic something you're not capable of, you've lost me. I'm already on my way out the door. Mentally, I've checked out if I'm judging and I have to sit there and listen to it. But no, for me, connection goes in time with Miranda's statement, though. Make sure that it's something that you can sing correctly. However, make sure that you are choosing that song for a reason other than just because you can hit those notes.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah.
Mine is never sing for the judges, which sort of goes along with what you're saying, because everybody always thinks that judges want to hear certain things like a Whitney Houston song, or Mariah Carey, or Celine Dion. And we've heard it a lot. You really have to do so much to songs like that, but also it's really hard to bring your own artistry to it. So feel free to bring the artistry. Don't worry about breaking that mold. It's so cool to hear a different version. And the other thing is that don't worry about runs. Sort of with what Miranda's saying about being basic, is that sometimes start with the basics, and maybe you do a lot of runs and that's why you're going to sing a song, but always find that song that fits you. Runs can either get you some extra points or it's going to make you lose points. So be careful when you're choosing your songs, but really, like Bill said, do something that speaks to you and tells that story. And Paul Meyer is making fun of you, Miranda. He's saying Miranda's shaking her head.
Hey, choose a song that fits you, not just because Mariah Carey did it.
Yep. But Paul is actually a good example of that. I mean, he went to Worlds this past year, first time, did videos the whole way. And all the songs that he chose were songs that spoke to him, that really he connected with. And that's actually pretty much why he went to Worlds and crushed it. Miriam, who is a U.S. champ and silver medalist in the world and is part of our board. And she's also a great vocal coach as well. But she says, make the judges believe and feel what you're singing. Use your voice, your vocal tools to your advantage. Choose the highlights to your strength. And
Exactly.
she really, really knows what she's saying right there. Really great summary. Before we go, we have just a couple more minutes. I want to talk about prizes. So a lot of people are like, hey, what am I going to win? So first of all, it's $20 to be to audition. And then when you're auditioning at a live venue, you're going to then have a live venue finals. From there, you're going to probably go to a state finals, and then you're going to come to nationals. Each state has a totally separate prize. Every state's different. It really depends on the fundraising, how many venues they have. Maybe there's a giant sponsor that really wants to get it. So really, while this is about prizes, this is about finding the next world champ. And also getting to know this community. At the U.S. finals, you're going to win cash. You're also going to win if you're the champ, and you're going to win a medal, a trophy, and you're also going to then win a trip to Norway, airfare, and also hotel or accommodations. If you're coming from a state, you're going to probably win cash. I can't speak for I'm pretty sure every state always gives cash, but I don't want to speak for them because they are their state talent coordinators and they're throwing those events. But you are going to win a trip. The top singer is going to win the trip to Las Vegas, as well as, just like in videos, you're going to win a trip to Las Vegas, airfare and the hotel. So and right there, the traveling is the biggest expense anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. However, each state, and even in the videos, we are actually going to take the top singers. So it's not only going to be the top champ, but that top champ is going to win the cash and also the trips. Yep. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. Like, seriously, taking the time out already to do what you're doing with the jury and the mentors and trying to help us unroll a whole new season is, like, we appreciate it so much. It's such hard work. It really is. And especially when we're coming back from going into a pandemic, we had to sort of switch gears, and now we're coming out of a pandemic. But we're trying to make it back to at least some type of normalcy that we're used to, and going back to doing something that we really, really love. And traveling is the one thing that I'm looking forward to as well. And I really appreciate everything you guys have put into this. I really do.
No worries. I find a lot of value in it. I have a lot of respect for the program, and have been awarded a lot of opportunities personally, and so I give back where I can.
Yep. And Miriam does I can't wait to welcome all the seasoned KWC family as well as all the newbies. You are all welcome. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. I can't wait to get everybody together and just have one big party for nationals. So like we throw a huge party every year and see who's going to win cash in a trip and who's going to be our next champ of the U.S. and hopefully the next world champ.
See who's coming to Norway with me.
Yep. Who's coming to Norway? You want to come to Norway? Do you want to come to Norway? Come on down. Come on down and join us. Thank you guys for coming on. For those of you at home and you do want to be a competitor and you want to compete, you can get your videos in right now. Go to KWCUSA.org. The videos have to be current. It has to be from the new year on. It cannot be shown on social media before. Also, you don't want to keep showing the same video. Make something new. make something new. And also, if you're a member, you can always redo it. If you want to submit something, you're like, hey, I just need feedback. If you're not sure about a song, that's also a great way to go about it too. If you know that you want to maybe redo that song or change the song, you can at least get those notes and feedbacks. And membership is open. You can also purchase it now if you want to. Thank you all for joining us. And I cannot wait to see it. We're going to have more of these very soon, more Q&A sessions. So, and we really cannot wait for the season to actually start. I'm now waiting for our first competitor because now we have venues, but the competitors have not started rolling in yet. So a lot of questions, a lot of emails, a lot of excited people. So, Miriam, we love you too. Love you too.
Love you, Miriam.
See you, Miriam.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, and Josh, also Katie and Thomas and Ian and Vicky and Miriam, who is here, have also put in a lot of work behind the scene this year as well to make this all happen. So thank you for those that were not present.
Thank you. And this was our first one of the year of the Q&A. And I was so excited that I was like tripping over my words. I forgot to put the bottom ticker on the whole time. I just realized that. So you guys at home can go just KWCUSA.org or KWCTeamUSA.com. You can actually hit it there. It's going to be a great season. Just like Ian says, it's going to be a great season. We cannot wait. Beal, you know what? How much in cash? It all depends. Sometimes it's $1,000. Sometimes it's more. You never know. It depends on our season. So we're going to find out, and we'll have that news later for you throughout the season. But you also win cash also in Norway too at the World Finals. So, and a lot of opportunities, lots of opportunities throughout this. So, all right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you everybody who watched. And also, if you know that champ, tell them about this. If you know a venue that's great, nominate them. Write us, KWC Team USA at Gmail. Tell us what your favorite venue is and why they should be involved in this. So take care, everybody.
Night all.
Good night.